Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I am coming at you with League of Legends, and I call this Taking It Old School Jungle because basically I'm going back to my favorite junglers. And man, LOL Recorder betrayed me because I actually had 3 really good games tacked onto this one, and another one I'm going to do. I jungled Volibear, Maokai, and Sejuani. And they were 3 really, really great, awesome games, but LOL Recorder did not capture them for whatever reason, and because of that, I missed out on some really good plays and some really funny and fun times. So, in this one, yes, I will be jungling my #1 jungler, my favorite jungler to play. I haven't played him in a long time, and that's Nautilus. Man, I don't know what else to say about a Nautilus. He's just he's too much fun. He's too strong in the late game. He can be such a terror. He's, weak in the early game, but I say once you hit about level 4, and once you get your second point in your W, you become pretty strong. And, I call him almost like the reverse Volibear. Volibear starts really strong, really, early in the game, but then tends to fall down and die off in the later game. I forgot I had turned the sounds up a little bit, so I'd like to turn it down a little bit. So yeah, Volibear starts out really, really strong early game, and then tends to fade off into the later game as he becomes less of a damaging and terrorizing threat, and more of used for his flip and to absorb a lot of damage. Nautilus, on the other hand, the late game, he just becomes stronger and stronger and becomes really terrifying. Now, this is becoming a classic scene of mine right here, and that is invading the red buff. I almost always invade the red buff now because the games I play on, either normal or normal draft, they completely ignore guarding the red buff. So it's like a free red buff steal every time now. But this time I wasn't paying attention. As you can see in the top lane, there's no jungle. I haven't seen this in the longest time, where there's no jungler. So Shen is going to be top alone versus Irelia and Teemo. We actually have Master Yi mid. And then we have, of course, Misfortune and Janna bottom. And of course I have Draven, we have Blitzcrank, myself, and we have Fiddlesticks mid. So it's an interesting matchup mid between Fiddlesticks and Master Yi. Now, speaking of Master Yi, I finally got to test him during his remake, and I'm going to go more in depth about this when his remake comes out. And you see, we're looking just to womp mid right now. We're looking just to waltz in the mid and just destroy him in a 4-man gang. And here comes a beautiful grab, but a little soon, but I managed the anchor hook with the stun, and Janna comes up with the tornado. Is it enough? Draven pops in, there's the ignite, and thump. There we go. I don't know if the ignite would have been enough, but somebody was going to kill him because we were all too close, and we end up picking up first blood. Unfortunately, Shen's going to die top, but he does get Irelia in return, so it's a nice trade for him at least. At least he got a trade out of it, although Teemo gets to stay up there and continue fighting. At some point in this game, and it's not going to be too far in, I'm actually going to just start focusing top, because when you end up in a 2v1 situation to top like this, where they have no jungler, yes, you have run of the jungle, but your top lane is going to severely suffer. So I will start focusing top lane more in trying to push them back, and help Shen become stronger, so he can handle that a little bit better. Now, coming in to gank bottom lane, do they have a ward? No, honestly. And another beautiful hook by Blitzcrank, but this one's not turning out so well as Blitzcrank is going down. Draven does get the kill on Janna, but he's almost dead. Misfortunes walk in, she's trying to get it, but ponk, no. I'm going to anchor smash her in the back of the head, and down she goes. So, we traded 2 for 1 there, but again, it's not terrible because we lost the support, and we ended up killing their ADC and support, and Draven gets to continue farming for a little bit, and there's no jungle pressure whatsoever. I mean, Blitzcrank is placing wards, it's great, but in all due honesty, it doesn't need to. As long as we know that people are where they are, or if they're missing off the map, you know whether you can play aggressive or defensive. Now, Master Yi did kill Fiddlesticks in the mid, but it's not a big deal. As I was talking earlier, I started to before we four-man whomped him in the mid. I finally have an opinion on Master Yi because I finally got to play him. And do I think he's overpowered? Yes. Do I think he's way overpowered? No. I think he needs a little tweak, that's all. And I think it has to do with his Alpha Strike. But I'll go more in depth to that when I come over with my Master Yi gameplay. But I do think he's overpowered, but I don't think he's, like, stupidly overpowered, like I've actually heard some people say. He's back to being ADE, but I do think he needs a little tweak. So, level 5 now. I still got a health pot to go. I am coming in. As you see, they do have a ward here, but they're not paying attention as they go for the kill. And I'm just not going to let that happen. And Shen unfortunately went a little too early and got low, but again, I'm not really backing down. He's trying to bait them in, and he's going to get killed for it. And yeah, it did not go well. He went a little too early on his grab. He went a little too early on his taunt because I'm still slow, and I couldn't get a good hook because of the minions. So I'm really just ignoring Teemo right now. He's trying to harass me, but I still got my shield. I'm not worried. I still get plenty of health, so I can hold this. And yeah, the gank didn't go well, but what can you do? See, that's all Teemo's there for, is to try and just annoy. He's there to support Aurelia more or less. But am I worried about it? No. No, I tried to hook because Shen's coming, but no, I end up getting a minion. So yeah, that didn't go well. And again, bot lane picks up the ADC in trade for the support, and I always feel that that's a good trade for the bot lane. So I have enough gold. I immediately pick up my boots of Go Really Fast, or Moby boots. Pick up a ruby crystal and a health potion. I'm pretty close to level 6 at this point, and I want to focus on top. Now, we had one bad gank, but that doesn't mean that they'll all be that way, and you'll see shortly what I mean. So I believe I'm going to do, yeah, I'm looking to do golems, try and reach level 6, and then go right back to top lane and really work it in, and bam, there we go, level 6. I'm also using Ghost on this, so I immediately pop Ghost and go really fast, and I just ulti Teemo. Why Teemo? Well, number one, he's in the way. You know, he was the first one. So he was in front of Aurelia. And number two, when it comes to who Shen can deal with in the lane easier, it's going to be Aurelia. So this gives Shen the short break, being back to 1-on-1, but it also gets rid of the most annoying aspect of the lane, and that's Teemo. Shen can deal with Aurelia far easier than he can deal with a Teemo. So taking Teemo temporarily out of the lane, even if it's just for a short duration, is still a big boon to Shen catching back up. So right now, mid lane's pretty even in terms of kills. In terms of farm, there's 23 to 28, so pretty close in terms of farm as well. I would give it an even call. Maybe Fiddle is a little bit ahead because he has the assist to Master Yi's not. But either way, it's still pretty even in the lane. I'm not overly worried about mid lane. I'm not overly worried about bot lane because Draven does have a couple kills and assists on his side. I think he has assists. Or does he have all kills? Yeah, he has one assist that I picked up on Misfortune. That's right. And 2 kills. He's got 28 CS to 26, so he has the lead in that lane down there, although be it slightly. So I'm not overly worried about bot lane right now. I'm pretty sure they can take care of themselves. I'm pretty sure Fiddle will do okay in the mid lane versus Master Yi because he has the fear. So if Master Yi starts getting overly aggressive, then he can just fear him. As you see right there, just all kinds of trades happening. Master Yi kills Fiddle, Fiddle kills Master Yi, Draven kills Misfortune, and then dies to Janna. Not the best trade, but still pretty close because he lost Blitzcrank earlier. And here we go again. I'm looking back to top lane. Teemo is 6, so there will be mushrooms. I don't know quite what I'm waiting for. Oh, there it is. The taunt, and I just go in, and I have my ult again, right back on Teemo. He does flash, but I'm not slowing down. He's already popped everything to get out. I get the anchor hook on him, and Irelia tries to come in, and I'm just going to tower dive because, well, I'm Nautilus, and I've got that much strength. Shen continues to go in on Irelia, so I turn around, and yeah. That was my mistake. I didn't think he was going to keep going, and Irelia wants to get cute and fight me. And I'm just waiting for my shield, and my shield pops, and I turn back on her, and I let her know that you can't mess with me. You know, one more anchor smash over the head, and she'd have been done. So I was letting her know that even though I'm low health, I'm still Nautilus. I'm still not someone to be toyed with because I will beat her. But that was my mistake when it came to Shen. He kept going on the tower dive, and I started backing out. Honestly, I should have kept going. We would have killed Irelia. Even if Shen died there, we would have killed Irelia as well. But instead, we end up trading kills Teemo for Shen. So not the best work again, but at least we traded. Yes, thank you, Chuck, for going by. I appreciate it. Aloha, have fun. But still, we do have a 1-kill lead. We have, well, make that a 2-kill lead. And we have a slight gold advantage. So things are swinging in our favor a little bit right now. Man, I don't know. When it comes to junglers, just Nautilus is my most comfortable. He's my best feel. He's the one I feel really comfortable getting aggressive with. I feel really comfortable doing things like tower diving. And there we go. We take the... we take the bottom turret. I want to go and protect the top turret because when I saw that they took the turret, I noticed that Shen had jumped bottom. So I really don't want to let them take this turret for free. And I just anchor hook into the turret, and I'm working on just keeping the minions out. I got my shield up, so I'm not overly concerned about, you know, Teemo's harass. As you can see, it's doing absolutely nothing. As long as I have my shield, I'm safe from Teemo as we get the dragon. So there's not much I can do against him by myself. I think I'm going for red buff. Shen's returning the lane, so I don't have to worry about that. Irelia is looking to gank mid, but I'm pretty sure we know she's there. There's a ward in that area. So we're not concerned about that either. And again, returning to top lane, I think, yeah, Teemo, of course, is by himself. And versus Shen alone, you know, Teemo wants to play Mr. Fun. So here I come again. I've already ghosted. There's the ulti. I'm just following it in. I didn't need the ankle hook right there. What I should have done is I should have smashed him over the head. And yeah, there he goes. He dies again. I should have just, when I did my ulti, I should have just hit him over the head with the anchor, stunned him, and then kept wailing away and then see if he tried to get away again. And if he did, then I could have anchor hooked him. It didn't matter in the end. He still went down either way. But the reality is, and yeah, Draven's trying to pull that, you know, move the ulti trick, but yeah, Master Yi was just a little too fast. In the end, it didn't matter, but still, it was a mismanagement of my CC resources, so it wasn't the best play in the world, but still. Now, if I had been playing an offensive jungler, this probably would have been a lot more difficult because I'd taken a lot more damage. But playing that big, tanky CC and having quite a bit of damage makes a really big difference in handling a 2v1 lane, especially when, you know, you got your 2v2 bottom. So I'm feeling really comfortable right now as I go with the Iron Locket of the Solari because there is no more Bulwark, which means it's just another item that I have that I'll forget to activate. Pretty much. There's very few items that I'll remember to activate, and Iron Lock of the Solari is one I constantly forgot already. Now they've just blended it in and made it a Bulwark as well. I'm not sure what I'm doing at this point. I don't know what I'm looking for. Gank on Yi, but he goes back, so no, I'm not looking for that. Blue buff, probably. I haven't been around blue buff very often. I could be in their jungle, but there's really no point. They're not making use of their jungle resources. They're not going for their buffs. Like when Teemo and Irelia return to lane, they're not going for the blue buff. Master Yi's not going for the blue buff. They're not going for their red buff as far as I can tell. Maybe they did and I just haven't been paying attention, but they're really not making use of their jungle resources, so there's no point for me to go in there and invade other than to farm more. But the reality is I've been busy controlling top lane some, or helping to try and control, and they've been mostly successful. And you see just why I love Nautilus. Once you get up in levels, man, he can just clear jungle camps all freaking day. Now, I haven't even bothered to upgrade the machete yet. Like you have been seeing, I went straight into the Iron Locket. And just waiting for it, and yeah, boom. I don't even hesitate. I go for Misfortune. Seeing her as the biggest danger. There we go. Irelia goes down. In comes Fiddlesticks with his ulti. And I managed to get the hook on Misfortune. And Janna blows me right back out. And, oh, so close on getting the hook. If we had hooked Master Yi, that would have been in. And unfortunately, Shen does die top, but that's quite alright. Because we took Irelia and Misfortune. And we almost got Shen. And then Teemo is almost dead, so they will be on the retreat. Pretty sure that, at least I felt they could get mid tower without too much of a problem, even despite Master Yi's Meditate, which is not as strong as it used to be. It can still be pretty strong, but nowhere near like it used to be. So I'm just going to clear out bottom lane, get some free CS, get some free farm, and make sure that our tower stays clear. Now, even though I've put some really nice ganks up top and, you know, one really not so nice gank and one okay gank, the thing is that we haven't lost our top tower yet, and as far as I'm concerned, considering it was a 2v1 and that we're 15 minutes into the game, I feel that that's huge. I feel that it's huge that we haven't lost the tower, and as you can see, I'm just going to walk right back up into the lane. Now look, I don't do anything. I just show up, and the enemy team immediately goes on the retreat. That tells me that I have the mental advantage right now. I have the psych out advantage. It's like, oh shit, here comes Nautilus. We need to back off. Now, that partly with the fact that they were also outnumbered. I believe it was 3-2 at that point. But still, it lets me know the team's mentality. They don't want to mess with me when I come around right now. They don't want that free engage. So I really feel that that's a big deal. That's how I feel. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But that's what I feel like, is that they know when I'm around and they don't want to mess with me. Now, why I'm going back when I know Irelia is sitting in the bush, I don't know. But I finally upgrade the machete into a Spirit Stone. Yes, I am going for the Golem item. The Elder Golem, whatever it's called. And Draven is up in the top lane, so that's going to be issues for mid lane right now, for top lane. They're going to be forced to back off, even though Janna shows up. And with my boots, and I believe I have movement speed Quince as well, I will be able to make it to the top lane fairly fast. And I immediately ghost out to the battle. And there was no need, really. There wasn't. So I wasted my ghost as Fiddlesticks trades off again. But still, with me here, with Shen here, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, I see Blitzcrank coming. He misses his hook on Teemo. But it's alright. We still got... yeah, unfortunately, they do get the kill on him. But we still get Janna, we still get the tower, so it turned out alright. So, yeah, we got a pretty strong up front line right now, of course. We got Shen, and we got myself. We got Draven in the backcourt with Blitzcrank hooks as well, which Blitzcrank plus Nautilus is just a deadly combination in and of its own right. And, you know, we also have the wild card and Fiddlesticks that can jump out with his ulti and whatnot. Now, look at this. They're going on the attack, and just hook. There goes Teemo. We didn't leave. They had to know that we would probably still be in the area. And yes, they do get Shen, but we take down Misfortune. Irelia jumped in. No, you're not getting away either. And they just trade out 2 more kills. They should have known by now that we hadn't gone far. You know, but they didn't want to think, oh, hey, maybe they're taking the blue on the side. They just decided to push their advantage. They got Shen out of it, but then they lost everyone else. So right now my team, you know, we've pulled well ahead. We've got a 6-kill lead. We've got pretty close to an 8,000 gold lead. We're about 9,000 right now, I think. 9,000, 8,000, somewhere in there. So as you see, there are Teemo rice triangle thingies around. But they haven't been a big factor. I don't think Teemo's been placing them very well. You know, instead of placing him in places where people normally walk, he's putting him in places where he wants to bait people, and it's just not working. There we go. I get the, what the hell is this called? Because I almost never build anymore. Spirit of the Ancient Golem. And, ooh, ult down the mid lane. Does it get anyone? No, unfortunately, it does not. But we still pick up misfortune with Fiddlesticks, so, again, just turning in our favor. At this point, we're snowballing. The other team can still come back. I've seen teams come back from worse, but... And Master Yi does get the top lane. I anchor hook and miss, but I still get in close to him. And he's going to flash and pop his ulti to get out. As you can see, we just chunked the hell out of him. So they're Master Yi right now, as far as I'm concerned. Despite being overpowered, he didn't get to do in mid lane what he wanted. He hasn't got a lot of kills. He hasn't gotten a lot of farm, at least not what a Master Yi would normally want. And our team is just too far ahead of him as it is, so he's no threat. I don't see him as a threat anymore. You know, I don't see anyone on their team as a true threat, as my team just continues to, like, 3v3 in the mid lane, and now, I don't know what they're trying to pull, but this tower is easily ours. You know, we're split pushing me and Draven. This tower is easily our tower, and bam, gone. And we decide to back out at this point because we don't know where the rest of the team is. We know that they're coming up, but we're not. I'm honestly not too worried. If I could, as long as I could keep them focused on me, we could probably kill at least 2. You know, go 2 for 2, or even you know, maybe 2 for 3, or even 3 for 1. You know, we're just doing that strong right now. The only thing with Nautilus, and I think, because my second favorite jungler, and believe me, they were tied for the longest time, and I actually made myself sit down this side. Who's my number 1 and who's my number 2 jungler between Nautilus and Sejuani? The only thing that, to me, Sejuani has over Nautilus when you break everything down is health. I think Sejuani is just naturally beefier in terms of health than Nautilus is. With only a few items, like with what I have now, I'd be closer to, I'd be over 3,000 health, even maybe closer to 3,500. Sejuani's really beefy. But in terms of engage, in terms of an ulti, yes, I do believe the Nautilus ulti is better. His engage is better. In terms of CC, in terms of damage, in terms of just being a ever-present threat, even just by being around, I think Nautilus does beat out Sejuani, even if it's just by a little bit of an edge, in every respect. So I really don't think you can beat that. Look, just come down the lane, I show up, and the enemy team's immediately just backing off. You know, Blitzcrank showed up as well, so they know we're all here. They know they can't mess with us. And yeah, running over a Teemo Shroom, and I'm like, dude, that's why I need to be in the lead. If I step on a Teemo Shroom, I just pop my shield, and I don't give a damn. Just stand there and face tank Misfortune ulti. And I did not need to use my ulti there. I just wanted to make sure she didn't get away, like she didn't flash out or something. Did not realize she was going to blow up that fast. So yeah, we're being jerks at this point. Master Yi's like, I'm going in, and actually they do get Draven. And yeah, Fiddlesticks ulti. It kind of looked bad for us at the beginning, but then Fiddlesticks came in, and yeah, Shen's gonna face tank the tower at this point. I'm telling everyone, like, hit the tower, because we've lost our primary damage in Draven. We're not the most powerful auto attackers here, so we are really working to get the inhibitor. And even though we don't have the most auto attacks, we still have plenty of damage with Fiddlesticks Drain and my anchor smashing and all that. So yep, now we're looking to try and get the next tower. Again, not the strongest auto attacking. Just completely ignore Teemo. Teemo comes in. I pop my ulti on him and just start bashing him over the head. Down he goes. And then there's Master Yi. Unfortunately, the tower is beating on us. And I do ghost, but Master Yi has his red buff. I should have turned around and fought him much, much sooner. If I had turned and fought him, I actually might have beaten him. But I wait too long, and I end up dying. Well, actually, let's be a little more realistic. I doubt I would have beaten him. But still, they lost a turret, they lost an inhibitor. Yes, we stayed too long. Yes, we gave up kills, but we still got a 10-kill lead. We still got almost a 10,000 gold lead. They can't be ahead of, they can't come back from this easily. We have to be continuing to make mistakes like we did there. Staying too long, trying to get too much, fighting too hard. Like, I should have immediately come off Teemo the minute Master Yi showed up and gone for Master Yi. Because between Teemo and Master Yi, he's the threat. Excuse me. Need a drink. So, not much going on at this point. We'll speed up a little bit. I'm thinking we're looking towards Baron, but I'm not sure. I've been prioritizing Baron a little bit more, and yeah, we're grouping up for Baron. They have no wards in the area, so not overly worried. We're just trying to get Draven here, and sure enough, here he comes. The enemy team, no wards. They have absolutely no clue that we're doing this. And this is just kind of like the nail in the coffin right here. With as far ahead as we are, they really can't... There'll be no way they could stop us right now, so... Easy for us to make a final push. And there's Master Yi, thinking he's going to go in on Draven. Immediately sees the entire team is here and runs away. However, this is going to turn out to be a little funny, as Master Yi's not sure what he wants to do. He wants to go in. He doesn't want to go in. He's trying to get around. He can't get around. And then we spot him as, yeah, there we go. We're going to just melt Teemo. I don't even think we did anything. We see Master Yi top lane, and I'm like, I want Master Yi. And so me and Blitzcrank immediately start chasing him. Blitzcrank, he doesn't have his ulti. So I got mobility boots, and Blitzcrank has his speed. And with just the ultis and grabs and hooks and slows and knock-ups, he's not getting away. He goes into his meditate, but it's just not going to be enough, and we finally kill him and get a shutdown on it. I thought it was freaking hilarious. It was just like... You have the support and the jungler. We just want him, and then we see Shen's in a bit of trouble, so we immediately turn around and help, and we just start decimating Irelia. Janna tried to help by blowing us back with Monsoon, but it didn't work. And I waste no time in turning back on Teemo, although I missed my hook and I missed my slow. Well, I don't miss my slow, but I'm too far off my slow to do anything. And again, I just turn and hook Teemo and stun him, and I'm under the tower. I'm like, the hell with it. Nice hook for Blitzcrank. And Teemo's just not going anywhere. And, oh, damn it. Yeah, the tower is just a little too much. But still not terrible. Shen's tanking the tower a little too hard, but they managed to bring it down beforehand. And again, in comes Master Yi. And the Draven ult just kind of goes by, and nothing happens. And, all things considered, considering with Shen and Blitzcrank, it wasn't too far off with Master Yi. And I'm just starting to wonder the Master Yi's thinking, if they can hold on just a little bit, I'll be able to 1v5 them. No. We have way too much CC for that to happen. We have stuns, hooks, slows, fears, although he can't be slowed in his ulti. He can be slowed out of it. But yeah, we have fear, stun, hook, knock up, grab, taunt. Yeah, we got way too much CC on this team for Master Yi to be a threat. And right now, that's how you have to deal with Master Yi, whether he's fed or not. That's how you have to deal with him, is you have to CC him. It's just like any other hyper carry, which is why I don't think he's overpowered. Vayne talk about people being overpowered. No, you just have to CC her. Twitch, can go into hyper carry. No. You just have to CC him. You have to make him the focus, and you have to drop everything you can on him. And in a sense, depending, just hope that the enemy team isn't so strong that they can go without him. Master Yi's doing what Master Yi does, even after his remake, and that's split push, and, oh damn, point blank anchor toss miss. So I ghost out on him. I use my ulti. I'm just like, you know what, I just want to blow everything I have on you and just see what happens. And you see how much damage I chunked out on him. He tries to get away. Nope, anchor hook. And I'm like, poke him! And no, he doesn't. But, you know, continuing the chase, this is so stupid. I knew what this was going to lead to. I honestly, truly knew, or at least pretty sure what this was going to lead to. Despite using his ulti, we actually have the speed advantage. The problem was, every time I run into a minion wave, I'd lose my boot advantage. So I wasn't able to catch up to Master Yi at all. But still, all the way down the base, it's like, oh well, might as well try and take the inhibitor then. So yeah, that didn't work out, but I still chunked him out pretty hard. Again, Misfortune doing lots of damage to Blitzcrank, and yeah, a little too late for me to come in. Now it's Blitzcrank versus Blitzcrank and Master Yi. There's no way I'm going to stand up to that, and I get annihilated. So yeah, we're playing stupid at this point. This is exactly what I said would need to happen if they were gonna come back and win, is that we have to get stupid. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're getting stupid. And it's biting us in the ass a little bit. As you can see, Master Yi can do plenty of damage. And we do end up losing Shen. We just got a little too stupid at this point. So basically, there will come a point where we'll just kind of lock it down. And no, Draven, again, we're just goofing off at this point, and we're letting them back into the game. And that's really, really poor on our part. And there does come a point I'm like, all right, guys, we're throwing this game away. Let's just group up, get this team fight done, and blow it up, end it. Now, we honestly thought Misfortune was going to go back here, but she actually continues to go forward. I'm pretty sure she was dead either way, so this is probably a good play on her part, is that she'll get as much damage as she can onto the tower. But yeah, she's just going to die. Now, Baron should be coming up soon, and I will want to focus my team's attention there. By the way, I am playing with friends again. I am playing with, as you can see, Gunda and Garrett and my nephew Kilii and our friend Isaac as well. So that's a good feeling. But right now we're doing lane maintenance, pushing waves back, and what we really should do is just group up and push. And I'm not overly worried about Master Yi and Janna in the mid lane. I'm pretty sure that I can do a good stand against Yi. I don't think I can beat him at this point. He's 18 and I'm 16, but I'm pretty sure I'd be pretty strong against him. Teemo playing Teemo at this point. And, I feel if you damage him, it should reveal him, but whatever. Unfortunately, yeah, our Draven takes up way too much damage as he continues to run, and now he's in trouble. As Master Yi will turn on him and get the kill, and then he goes into meditate. I'm not paying attention to the back line right now. I'm looking forward. We do get the ulti, but, again, it's not looking overly great for us. We finally do take down Master Yi. With Master Yi down, that could be the big deal, but no. That Teemo being hidden was really, really good on their part, and we're slowly losing our grip, but they can't do anything right now. At the very least, we're still being very silly right now. It was an okay engage, but the fact is of how much damage Draven took, we should have backed off. We really should have backed off and not gone in, just because Draven was already almost dead. And like I said, he's our main source of damage. We do have good damage in Fiddlesticks, but it's all about Draven right now. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. Bonk. Bye, Teemo. That's so satisfying. I'm sorry, even if you lose a game, just killing Teemo in as many ways as you can in the game is just satisfying. Now, Baron has spawned right now, so I believe at this point I told my team, hey, you know what, Baron's up. We should all just head there right now as we spawn. They do have inhibitors. Excuse me one second, please. Sorry, my nose was bothering me. We still have the stronger team fight, so I just really want to go and knock down Baron. And we do see that they're there, and a nice hook on Janna. Misfortune ulti, not going to matter. Master Yi having to use his meditate, but then the whole time he's meditating, Misfortune just gets blown to hell. So that's it right there. They're down their ADC, and they're hurt as well. So that just leaves Baron open to us. And we're finally focusing down at this point after being silly and stupid and throwing away some of our lead. That we're just not going to do that anymore. And you see the chunking that Draven can do now, even on Master Yi, as we continue to beat on Baron and finally do take him down. In truth, they should not have come back to contest Baron, I don't think. They had pretty much lost it. And as you can see, there's the engage in the mid, and I don't even see it. I don't even see it. And then I finally do see Irelia, and I get a hook on her. But she stuns me, but she's still not going anywhere. She's just going to get blown up. Despite all the silly and stupid things we've done, we still have, you know, a considerable strength lead. They should have been more defensive. You know, their winnings had come from us being stupid and doing stupid things. But we have Baron again, and we're a little more focused this time. And we're just picking them off at this point as they're making the mistakes now of coming at us in single numbers. You know, coming at us at, you know, one person or two people, just getting caught out, and that's all that's truly needed. You know, that's a mistake we were making. We were coming at them strung out. You know, here comes Master Yi. He's just getting CC'd to death, and he's going to go down. And, you know, I'm not really concerned about Janna. You know, what's Janna going to do? It's Janna. You know, this isn't ARAM Janna. This is Summoner's Rift Janna. So she's not going to be a threat. Irelia could be a little bit more of a danger, as we just decided to tank out the towers, to split the tanking between myself and Shen, as I solo tank and hit one tower while they beat on the other one. And they're killing Irelia, and I'm looking and going, guys, tower, please, tower. And finally they come over to help, and for as long as I tanked that tower, I only went to half health, and they're putting up a valiant effort at this point, but again, they're coming at us strung out. And I will go down, but it's still not going to be enough on their part. We still have Draven. We still have Shen. And I'm like, yes, I know, it's a Teemo, but could we just finish this, please? Just hit the inhibitor. Because, see, I was worried about Master Yi coming up, but Shen taunt, Fear, Drain, Draven, yeah. And then finally, you know, there's the ace, and we get him out. And that was the end of it. So, yeah, we could have easily thrown that game away in the early-late game as we were doing. We were kind of letting them come back, but we refocused our efforts and getting Baron, and then making the mistake of trying to contest and then getting caught at the end there in singles. They couldn't muster a good defense in their base because they never had all their numbers. They kept coming at us like at ones and twos, and they just ended up being obliterated at that point with the amount of CC that we had. But there you go, folks. That's me taking it to my old school, going back to my favorite junglers. And I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you then.